Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Last Fan Standing YouTube channel. I'm Kazza B as always, and tonight we bring to you our Money in the Bank predictions. Now, we were going to have a lot of competitors in this match, but due to Money in the Bank actually being on Saturday, a few competitors actually pulled out at the last minute. So, never fear, we do have some predictions to give to you. So, this is going to be a 5-way contest between myself, Leon, a friend that we made in the FTW and WTT group chat, SNES, S-N-E-S, who will be making his debut in Last One Standing Predictions, and one special the former World Heavyweight LFS Unified Champion in Dylan Labahiri, and one special guest that you guys may all know. Either way, let's get to the predictions. I believe, SNES, you're up first.
FTW, Last Fan Standing, this is SNES with my predictions for WWE Money in the Bank 2022. First match, Bianca Belair versus Carmella for the Raw Women's title, and Bianca Belair is going to pull this one off. Next, we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Seth frickin' Rollins, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle, and a mystery opponent to be determined. Now, I am going to say Seth Rollins is going to take this one. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We have Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka Shotzi, and Becky Lynch. My pick, locking in, Liv Morgan. Liv is due. Next match, for the SmackDown Women's title, we have Ronda Rousey versus Natalya. And Natty's my girl, but Ronda Rousey is leaving the SmackDown Women's Champion tonight. Now, the undisputed tag team title match, Street Profits versus the Usos. The Usos will be retaining. And last, the United States title match, Theory versus Bobby Lashley. Theory is retaining and building up towards the SummerSlam John Cena versus Theory match. Those are SNES's pick for the Money in the Bank 2022.
Thank you, SNES. We are very happy to have you here in Last Fan Standing. Now, like I said, we've had some problems here with the prediction sites. One of those issues was that Leon couldn't actually has handed in his predictions. He couldn't actually film them. So here is his predictions as of Saturday, as we're filming this. He does have Bianca Belair retaining the Raw Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship, the Usos still being your Unified Tag Team Champions, and Austin Theory retaining the United States Championship due to shenanigans, but it's Theory. For his women's Money in the Bank ladder match pick, he has Alexa Bliss, and for the men's, he has Drew McIntyre, and his to be determined pick was Bray Wyatt. Now, for my picks, I happen to agree with a majority. I do have Bianca Belair retaining the Raw Women's Championship. I do have Ronda Rousey retaining the SmackDown Women's Championship. I do also have the Usos still being your Unified Tag Team Champions, because fuck, they're losing the belts until Roman loses his belt. And I do have Austin Theory retaining the United States Championship. But then I do think it's going to be due to shenanigans, and I think they're going to try and build up to a match with Cena maybe the end of the month. And if they don't do it at SummerSlam, it's probably going to be Mania. But then my women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner, I'm choosing Becky Lynch. All due to we have SummerSlam just around the corner. And what I believe might happen is Becky wins the Money in the Bank ladder match. She teases Bianca right up until SummerSlam. At SummerSlam, Becky cashes in after Bianca's match, but Bianca beats Becky not in 26 seconds as Becky did at last year's SummerSlam, Bianca beats Becky in 25 seconds. And then you can still build a feud around that. But then my men's Money in the Bank ladder match winner, I'm choosing Seth freaking Rollins. Just because I think WWE is going to do Heist of the Century Part 2. At SummerSlam, we do know it is Roman versus Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match. What I believe is Seth is going to cash in on Roman Reigns. And Roman gets to disappear and do what he needs to do. Brock has lost that last man standing match, and he can disappear and do what he needs to do. It leads then to Drew McIntyre facing off against Seth Rollins at Clash in the Castle and winning the World Heavyweight the Unified Championship. And then Drew and Seth can battle out right up until the Royal Rumble, where Seth will eventually win the title again. Because I believe when Cody does come back, he is winning the Royal Rumble. But this is about Money in the Bank. So we shall move on to our former Unified Champion, Dylan Labahiri.
I got Belair, Rousey, the Usos, Theory, Liv Morgan, and the to be announced person, which I think is going to be Cody, all winning at Money in the Bank 2022.
Thank you, Dylan, for your predictions. Hopefully one of these days you might actually win your championship back. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this time to tell you to like, subscribe, and drop a comment what you believe is your Money in the Bank predictions. But then this match that we have here in Last Man Standing is a fatal 5-way. And tonight, I would like to reveal who is that mystery fifth man. Sir, reveal yourself.
I guess this does for the turn that no one was expecting. I guess this was with a return to form for the young buck Tyler Woodward in LFS. You see, behind the scenes, I was like, no, I'm not doing this no more. No, I've won too much already. But there's the one thing that's always eluded me. The one thing that I really need to cement my last man standing career. And that is the last man standing in the bank briefcase. So, and what better way to return when the champion we currently have only got back in because he beat me at FTW Mania. So let's get on to my predictions, shall we? Ronda Rousey versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship. This one is pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Ronda Rousey. Next up, we got for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Carmella. This one is another simple one. This one is quite easy. Bianca Belair, come on. Next up, for the United States Championship, Theory versus Bobby Lashley. You see, I could go and bet against Bobby Lashley. And that's what I'm exactly going to do. I am going for Theory in this match because they're quite clearly setting up a feud between him and John Cena. Wabadoo. Next up, for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships, the Usos versus the Street Profits. Usos. I know they've been losing a lot, but it's quite simple. The Usos. Then, for the Women's Money in the Bank, oh, this one's a difficult one. This one really is. But I'm going to go Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan needs something. And when Rhea Ripley comes back, they are hopefully going to set up a feud between her and Bianca Belair, which Bianca Belair is going to lose. Then Rhea wins the title, and then Liv cashes in. Bada bing, bada boom. Then finally,
for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. One person yet to be decided. So I'm just going to say my winner right here, right now. Seth Rollins is going to win the Money in the Bank briefcase. And for the mystery person, see, this one's really hard because I don't really watch WWE anymore. Sounds really bad. I know I'm probably going to get blasted in the comments or whatever of the 20 people that actually watch this. But this is going to be far-fetched. But I'm going to say Walter or Gunther, whatever. I want to see Walter in it. Yeah. Because they haven't done anything with him since he won the fucking Intercontinental Championship. Why is this title not being defended on Money in the Bank? Why? Right? Instead of me getting on a rant, I don't know. Yeah. But that's the person I think should be in it. I was going to say Cody Rhodes, but Cody Rhodes is still injured. He's definitely not going to turn up here. If he does, I'm going to look like a fucking idiot. But there you go. I'm back. Trent, if I win, that fucking title's mine.